Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I did promise that I was going to have a little bit of a more in-depth look at the Four Agreements cards. This is by Don Miguel Ruiz. Again, I probably pronounced that really badly, but these cards are based on a book that Don Miguel wrote a long time ago, actually, maybe in the 80s. I may have got that wrong, I don't really know, but I read the book a long time ago and promptly forgot about it, like you do, and was reintroduced to the Four Agreements by Carla on her channel Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings, when she did a live stream and talked about it. And it just makes so much sense. You know, they're really good thoughts to have in mind when dealing with other people, particularly with relationships. I think the Four Agreements are based on a Toltec wisdom, and I wasn't entirely sure what Toltec wisdom is. I know it comes from a kind of Aztec background. But I was just reading off Google, and it says the Toltecs viewed the universe as a complex energy system. Everything is comprised of energy, and all energy has consciousness. It's neither good nor bad, nor positive nor negative. Energy just is. Life is as it is. Events in our lives are neutral. They are as they are, neither good nor bad, positive nor negative. And it says they encouraged us really as a tradition to see ourselves with truth. Excuse me. And they created a mastery just for awareness. And the first mastery is the mastery of awareness, and it's the first step towards personal freedom. I think really the belief that if you're not able to see yourself as truth, if you're not able to see the reality of your life with truth, that there is no freedom. And I kind of would agree with that. And also, as a person who's struggled with attachment issues throughout my life, struggled with boundaries and various other things, anything that is helpful for building good, trusting, healthy relationships is really important to me. So that's why I bought this little deck, because I just think it will be a good deck to pull a card for every now and again, particularly if I am struggling with anything to do with a connection with somebody else, or even the connection with myself. So this is based on his best-selling book, as I said, The Four Agreements. There's 48 cards in this deck. There's 12 cards for each of the Four Agreements. And the Four Agreements are: be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. And quite honestly, I think if you just lived your life according to these laws and these rules and these agreements, I don't think you'd go far wrong, really. So let's have a look. This little deck is by Hay House. It doesn't come with a guidebook. All of the cards have got the information written on them that you need. Yeah, the Four Agreements was written in 1997. And I think I read it that year that it came out, because that's the year my son was born. And I'm sure I remember that. I was big on reading and sort of spirituality at that time. So yeah. So Don Miguel Ruiz and Nagel from, have I pronounced that right? Nagual, and Nagual from the Eagle Knight lineage, is dedicated to sharing his knowledge of the teachings of the ancient Toltec. He's written The Four Agreements, The Mastery of Love, and Prayers. Yeah, so the first, as I said, there's 12 cards for each. The first grouping is be impeccable with your word, and you get just a little sentence on the front, and then you get a little bit more information on the back. So with this one, it's speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others, use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. And that's so important, isn't it? Because it's not just other people that we gossip and talk down about and are judgmental towards. We do it to ourselves all the time. Well, certainly I do, if I haven't got, if I'm not being mindful of myself anyway. So here we've got release the power. What is that? Realize the power of your word. Manifest your intentions. Create a beautiful dream. Let go of self-judgment and blame. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. Express your love. Replace fear with love. Cultivate faith. To have great faith is to have great power, because your intent, your will, is undivided when your word isn't dissipated by doubt. The power of your word becomes even stronger. Seek to know the truth. Become a white magician. All the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. I believe these things. Release the need to be right. Enjoy heaven on earth. And then the next agreement we have here is don't take anything personally. So be immune to other people's opinions. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Transform your life. Your truth is personal to you. Relinquish self-importance. Personal importance, or taking things personally, is the maximum expression of selfishness, because we make the assumption that everything is about me. That's so true. That's so true. We so often, don't we? I mean, I know I do it myself. We get caught up in these little stories in our head where, like, we're the main character, and, you know, all the things that are going on around us is as if they're out of our control, but they're really not, are they? Everyone lives in their own dream. See other people as they are. That's really important, isn't it? When you see other people as they are without taking it personally, you can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it's okay. They are lying to you because they are afraid you will discover that they are not perfect. Refuse to eat emotional poison. I like that one as well. Taking things personally makes you prey for predators. They can hook your attention with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. Refuse to eat the poison. See, when I think about this card and this message, I think about the media, you know, the news, the mainstream media of the world. I don't watch or listen to the majority of that, really, because I feel that it's emotional poison, and their opinions are not necessarily my opinions. Ignore the opinions of others. Release self-judgment. Embrace your freedom. Become immune to poison. Love and respect yourself. And then we've got don't make assumptions. So discern the truth. That's very important. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe that they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. And doesn't it? This resonates so much. You know, I remember there have been times in my life that this has definitely been going on with me, that I've assumed something about somebody, they've then assumed something about me, and well, you're not going to get anywhere like that, are you? Eliminate gossip. Learn to ask questions. That's really important when it comes to assumptions. It's always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make the assumption because you know the truth. And that can be really difficult, can't it? Because to learn the truth often is quite painful and quite difficult, and we often don't want to hear the answers. Or I know that certainly a lot of people don't want to hear the answers. Myself, I actually would rather hear the truth, even if it's painful, because I think at least you can then process it and move on. Assume nothing. Let your life be transformed. Be yourself around others. That's really important, isn't it? And as a person, you know, I've had sort of undiagnosed autism most of my life. I've masked a lot, and I still do on occasions, and can find it quite difficult to be myself around other people. So it says the biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way that we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, and judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us, as we do ourselves. That's very true. Be aware of unconscious assumptions. Excuse me. Speak openly and honestly. Say goodbye to sadness and drama. Ask for what you want. That's not easy, is it? Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. I think that took me a long time to learn that one in life. Relinquish the need to change others. Also, I think this one took me a long time, and a lot of heartache actually in my younger days to learn that lesson. Communicate with clarity. And the last one is always do your best. Your best is changing all the time. Don't overdo. Stay in the present moment. Take action on your ideas. Honour yourself. Take action without expecting a reward. And that can be quite difficult, can't it? Do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action, and you can even receive greater reward than you imagined. Practice makes the master. express your own divinity. Do your best because you want to. Surrender and let go of the past. Again, that can be very difficult, can't it? Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. Love and nurture your body and take your life and enjoy it. Like this cat. You are alive, so take your life and enjoy it. You were born with the right to be happy, to love and to share your love, just to be, to take a risk and enjoy your life is all that matters. So, there we go. That's all 48 cards. I think this is a wonderful little oracle deck, actually. I think for shadow work, it's fantastic. It's kind. It's to the point. And I think it encourages you to practice mindfulness, you know, to be mindful with your thoughts and your deeds throughout the day, which is really half the battle, isn't it? You know, if you struggle with depression, anxiety, low self-confidence, low self-worth, if you have a lot of trauma, a lot of inner child issues, if you're in the process of reparenting yourself, you know, I think this is a fantastic little deck, really, just like I said, to encourage you to be mindful of your thoughts throughout the day. So I can't recommend this deck enough, actually. And I plan to start using this a little bit more in November, once I've finished with the decks that I'm using at the moment. So I do hope you enjoyed that. If you've got this deck or you're aware of the 4 agreements and it's something that you keep in your mind of how you live your life, I'd love to hear from you. Do say hello, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.